in a past life.
share a tip with you today about vegetables. So if you've been reading about how vegetables are good for your dog and you don't think your dog will eat vegetables or they're not wanting to eat the vegetables, Buddy wants to give you a little tip. Right here is beef heart and spinach and curly parsley. So the way that Buddy likes to have his vegetables, we go and we get something like some type of organ meat. This time it's a beef heart. We put it in a big pot of water and we add spinach or kale or broccoli or Brussels sprouts or whatever their vegetable is for the week, and we lightly simmer the vegetables with the organ meat, and then the vegetables get the flavor of the organ meat, and then once it's all done, we grind it up in our food processor like this. And this one we added, he's taking a big bite. This one we also added curly parsley, but we feed raw, and I just put this as a topper so they get a couple ounces of vegetables a day. But this is how my dogs get their vegetables. They like it this way. Sometimes they'll eat the vegetables just chopped up, but a lot of times this is how we do it with the added organ meat, and then they really, really love it, right? That's Buddy's vegetable tip. This is our foster dog. She's pretty much as close to perfect as a dog gets. Joe and I both absolutely adore her. So why are we not adopting her? Well, let's chat about that. So many people see a foster dog, myself included, and they ask, how can they let that dog go? Don't they love that dog? Why don't they keep it? But it's so hard, but realizing you can do more good in the role as a foster is life-changing. You know, you bring the dog in, you welcome it into your home, you love it, you nurture it, you care for it, but you also take notes of its likes and dislikes. How is it in the home? Does it like cats and dogs and kids? Is it easy to walk? Is it housebroken? There's so many questions you can help answer. And why does this even matter? Well, all of this helps the dog find its right home. By fostering, you give the shelter insight into the dog. You help them help the dog find the right home. It matters. And for me, if I stop at the adoption point here, I'll no longer be doing the other things. So I just want people to stop thinking that when I don't step up and adopt this dog, Bella, who in this case is pretty much perfection, it means nothing negative about her. It simply means that I want to help as many dogs as I can. And it doesn't mean my heart won't break 100 times over when she goes. It means I know the heartbreak is worth it to helping her find a great home. And I also will be able to help more dogs, as many dogs as possible, find their perfect home. And that wins out. So I think this is an important message because we love this dog and she is absolutely fantastic. And Joe and I are just talking about how much we'll miss her. But I really feel that there's more good I can do being a foster right now. And I just want people to know that. And this dog is... baking a different kind of treat today because we did not have a lot of luck with our last one. So we're going to try something different. So we're opening a can of pumpkin. And again, it's pumpkin. No, you can't climb all the way up. You got to stay on your stool here. Okay, Buddy's helping. So remember, okay, Buddy's coming up. Okay, there we go. All right. So again, it's a can of regular pumpkin. It's not the one with the spice. It's not for pumpkin pie. It's just 100% pumpkin. And again, remember, if you're making it, if you actually have pumpkins and you can make it fresh, it's better because apparently what's in these cans is not 100% pumpkin. It's actually a different kind of squash, but they say it's pumpkin. Listen, will you get me a spoon, please? Okay, forgot the spoon thing. So, all right, we're going to have a little help here. And... oh, and the scissors that are over there. Buddy and I are not that prepared. Okay, so what we're going to try today, we're doing ground turkey, we're doing pumpkin, we're doing the parsley, and remember, it's the curly parsley, not the other parsley, because the curly parsley There's some kind of ingredient, and I forget the name of it, that the regular parsley has in it, that curly parsley has less of, that's not good for dogs. But the parsley has a lot of benefits. Right, buddy? You like it? Yeah, oh, yeah, see? Says it's good stuff. So we have no recipe for this, so we're just going to wing it. But what we're trying to do is we're going to mix parsley. We're trying to chop it up. I probably should have used a chopper. What do you think, buddy? He doesn't know if he's going to like this as much as the last one, but he said he's willing to try it. So we're going to mix the parsley and ground turkey, which we defrosted. So it's just plain ground turkey. There's nothing else in it. We're going with all natural ground turkey. Okay, and then we're going to do pumpkin. I don't know how much. Buddy, what do you think? Should we use a whole can or half a can? He says try half. Okay, so we're going to try. And I didn't bring a... Oh, I can make... I'll just use my hands. Buddy, oh, wait, we got to put some quail eggs in. Because Luna can't have regular eggs. Oh, Buddy's helping himself. He's checking it out. Every good chef should actually try their food. So Buddy's taking that seriously. So again, we use the little quail eggs because Luna can't have regular eggs. So we go with quail eggs. So I guess that'll help bind. We're going to make little turkey, parsley, pumpkin. Whoops, shot that across there. Meatballs. Buddy's definitely liking the ground turkey. Buddy, come on, be cooperative. Okay, so we're just going to mix it this way. Like I said, so we've used the whole thing of the ground turkey, which I think is a pound, and a half a thing of pumpkin. It seems kind of runny. Maybe we're trying to get the parsley mixed in. We have done this before and put different seasoning. Oh, I know, I could have used some organic oregano. Will you look at the piece of tree? Alyssa's here, my niece is here, and her kids for Thanksgiving, right, buddy? They're here for the holiday, and she's helping me find things because I was not prepared. I don't know, this seems pretty gooey. But yeah, I don't think we need more pumpkin, buddy. Okay, so then we're going to, up, is it up? No, to the right, over there, over, to your right, anywhere. We don't really need it. We have the parsley. We'll put more parsley in, because parsley's good for them. I was thinking you could do other herbs too, though, because the herbs are good for dogs. There's a lot of herbs that are really good for them, and oregano is good. So I just can't find mine, and I wasn't prepared enough. So we have pumpkin and ground turkey and parsley and a couple quail eggs. So, but this seems awfully gooey.
Usually stuff like that has breadcrumbs.
Yeah, we can't do breadcrumbs. Okay, so we're going to try just making little... Ow! I ate the whole turkey ball! Okay, Buddy, you can't do that. All right, Buddy is out of control here. Maybe I need to move. Okay, so do not eat that one. We're making little turkey balls. Okay, so we're going to just make... He wants them. We're just going to see how they go. We're going to just make some little turkey balls like this, because they don't have to be pretty. They just have to be good treats, because we're trying to keep everything all natural for Luna, and I ran out of... We have a kind of freeze-dried treat that we order for them, and I ran out. So, trying to make sure that they have treats. And Buddy suggested we try this. I'm not making him very pretty. Buddy, you are not exactly cooperating. Whoa, no. Okay, my chef is out of control. Okay, we had to talk about this chef problem. Here, do you need a piece because you're such a good boy? Yes, I think he took a finger. All right, he's cleaning up. So now, they're not very well shaped, but we made little turkey balls. Turkey meatballs, Buddy. Okay, maybe they're going to come out really good. But, so now we're going to bake these, and we're going to see how they come out. And Buddy will be back in a few minutes if I can keep him from eating the entire tray. All right, so we'll be right back. Okay, Buddy's back. All right, we did finally find our oregano. So this has actually antibacterial properties. So we are going to add some more add some oregano to our treat batter stuff. But Buddy wants to show you. We baked them, and they actually, even though they were a little bit gooey and they didn't form very good shaped meatballs. They still, let's see. Okay, he's trying them. What do you think? Are they good? I think he says yes. They're yummy. So these are turkey and pumpkin, curly parsley, and it's going to have some organic oregano. We used fresh parsley, but we don't have any fresh oregano right now. Like I said, they didn't shape very well because they were a little bit soggy. But once you bake them, they came out okay. Buddy approves of them. I was thinking, because I didn't want to do breadcrumbs for the dogs, that I could use a little coconut flour to firm it up. But I think they're good enough. And even though they're misshapen, Buddy says they taste absolutely yummy. You think, oh, he's just going to help himself. Okay, there you go. All right, Buddy says they're good. So anyway, his recipe is fresh ground turkey, pumpkin. It was about half a can of pumpkin, fresh curly parsley. We're adding some fresh oregano and 2 quail eggs. What do you think? Good for the day? He wants the rest of them. You think they're good? Yeah, you want, oh, okay. You want another one? Go ahead. Help yourself. Good job. Whoa, he doesn't just take one. He takes 2 at one time. He tries. All right, Buddy, say bye. Tell him to bake him and let you know how it goes. You good? Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Buddy says, say bye-bye. So today, Buddy is making dog treats. Now, these are not the dog treats that he's baking. Some of you may be grossed out by these. These are turkey hearts. Okay, so that is what a turkey heart looks like. See, Buddy's like, oh, no, you don't need to get up here. Buddy, now he will, I'll let him. Buddy does do some raw food, so he's used to, whoops, his stand is shaking a little. Sit down, there you go. I'll give him a little sample. Okay, so what we're going to do with the turkey hearts, we're going to make them smaller, and then we're going to put them in a dehydrator. Okay, so we're going to put them, I have them on parchment paper because when I've done it without parchment paper, they tend to stick. So when we do our dog treats, we try to do like single ingredient treats, and I want these to be small so that they can have, you know, more of them. So I'm using my favorite thing, which is kitchen scissors. So we're actually going to cut them quite small. Now, these come from a company where we order their feed from their dog food from, their dog food from a place called My Pet Carnivore. And what's interesting about feeding the dogs, as we've been learning, especially since Luna's been sick, we started learning about things that were better for them. And they need a certain amount of like muscle meat, and then organ meat and bone. And when you buy from My Pet Carnivore, you're getting an 80-10-10 mix, which is, I guess it's 80% the muscle meat, 10% organ meat, and 10% bone. And the bone is obviously ground up. It's all ground, so it's safe for the dogs. But that's not something that I even realized. And then ours get, on top of that, they get a little bit of vegetables, like mostly like green leafy vegetables or cauliflower. They had asparagus tonight. So anyway, with these treats, I'm trying to make them something that's healthy, because when you buy the single ingredient treats, it's like weird. The less that's in the treats, whoa, no, Buddy's helping himself, the more they cost. Buddy wants to make sure. Now we're going to slide the trays into the dehydrator. He's definitely, now he's like, wait a minute, I got to try these. Okay, hang on. I'll give you another piece to try. You already had dinner. Okay. See, now I thought it was gross, like letting them eat raw, but these guys, they love it. And like I said, I mean, whoa, he's going for the whole thing. We didn't really realize the difference of, you know, how to feed the dogs compared, like what we've always been taught, like, you know, with dog food, that's, you know, what dogs eat, but it's not. I mean, maybe it used to be better. I think, you know, maybe back in the day they were using better ingredients. I don't know, but I don't feel like, you know, when we look into some of the food, and like I said, we work with a nutritionist for Luna since she's sick, but all the dogs eat the same way, because I'm hoping to keep, Buddy's helping, keep Buddy and Radar healthy. Hopefully we won't be going through the same thing with them. But again, so these, we're doing single ingredient turkey hearts. Now, I don't know. I find all of our dogs, Buddy, what do you think? Does everybody like this stuff? He says, yeah. He says everybody loves this stuff. He said it's super yummy. It's good for them. And then we start changing over when we have, I try to be careful with our foster dogs, and I incorporate some of the food that the, no, you can't take one, that the shelter gives us. And then I use our food mixed with it, but I give them what they give me, but I incorporate our stuff into it so that it's healthier. But you can actually, you can change up your dog food without making big changes. Like you could just add some vegetables to it. You could add like a decaffeinated organic herbal tea has benefits. You could just add that on top, like, you know, warm as like a gravy. That helps them. Believe it or not, herbs like parsley, ours love parsley. Dogs can actually eat, I think, a lot more than most people realize, and they really like it. Now, what's interesting, you can see Buddy's extremely enthusiastic. He's trying to be very polite. Buddy, you are very polite. He really wants, there, you can have, oh, hold on, okay. Our dogs didn't really, they weren't super sure about eating this way at first. And that's what's interesting, is I have had a few people, when we first started, we started with a type of food when we were trying to, you know, feed them better. We started with a type of food that had like, it was sort of like super greens for dogs. And it did take our dogs a little bit to get used to it. But a few of my friends had, because it was, using that, I think, added about a year to E.T.'s life. So to me, that was well worth it. But I told a few friends about it, and they would try it for their dog, but they would try it one time and say, oh, our dog doesn't like it. But you really can't expect them one time when they're used to eating, you know, just processed stuff. And then you try to give them something healthy. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to taste probably good to them. I mean, imagine a kid, the first time you give it vegetables, if they grew up on, you know, Cheetos and things like that, they're not going to understand, you know, healthy stuff. It's going to take them a little bit. So I noticed with our dogs, right, Buddy? It took them a little while to get used to it. But then the more they started getting used to the different foods, not only was it better for them and they got, you know, they got used to eating it, but they started to get really excited about food. Not that they always didn't, you know, they all like to eat all the time, but I mean like really like just a different kind of enthusiasm with their eating and just really enjoying it. And like I said, I mean, it's sort of a really cool rabbit hole to go down when you start realizing the different things that they can eat. There's a lot of things that people think that they can't eat, that they can. And one of the books that Buddy really likes, and we were going to be doing recipes sooner out of it, but then Luna got sick. So we wanted to make sure that anything that we make, hey, don't do that. Anything that we make, she can have. And she's just on a very strict diet right now, you know, trying to keep her in the best shape possible. But there's a really good book. Buddy has it in his, Buddy, stop it, in his information. You'll see it. And it's called The Forever Dog Life. And it has some crazy, beautiful recipes that, I mean, rival like a human cookbook. They're absolutely gorgeous. Buddy, it's kind of rude to be doing that. Okay, you know what? This is his kitchen, and this is his recipe, and he's Chef Buddy. So you know what? If he wants to help, go ahead, have another one. He can kind of do whatever he wants. He's special. He knows he's special around here. So we're going to dehydrate these. I think it's set on about 130 or 145. And it says 8 hours, but I'll probably do 130, and it'll go all night until tomorrow, and then hopefully they'll be dehydrated enough. I'm hoping that I'll do them enough till they get nice and like a little crunchy. And I haven't done the turkey heart, so I'm not sure how small they will shrivel up to. Like I might have wished I made them smaller, but I'm afraid if I make them too small, they're going to shrivel up to just little teeny tiny things. Now, in addition to these treats, Buddy is going to be making now a more traditional kind, which is going to be pumpkin and probably a little bit of peanut butter. He might do one with some honey, and they have minimal ingredients, but those would be a little more traditional. He was going to do them tonight because he really wanted to have them ready for the dogs at the shelter tomorrow, but I don't think he and I are going to bake anymore after tonight. Well, this isn't really baking. Buddy, what is dehydrating? It's not cooking and it's not baking, but it's treat making. So I don't know what you call it, but we're treat making. But anyway, so like I said, the company where we got these is My Pet Carnivore, and it gets delivered to you, and it gets delivered frozen. It's on with dry ice, and they deliver, you know, right to your doorstep. So that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to have a few extras, so I guess all the dogs are going to be getting a few raw because I don't want to refreeze these. I think you can, but I don't know if I'm going to. Okay, so this is the end of this bag. So this was how many pounds was this? This was 3 pounds. So we're going to take the 3 pounds of the turkey hearts and dehydrate them for overnight, probably 8 to 10 hours. And Buddy will do another follow-up video and let you see how they came out. I can't imagine they're not going to like them because they like the stuff raw. So I don't know why they wouldn't like it dehydrated. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed Buddy's work here with his dehydrator. And I think he's been quite good. He's been wanting to have samples, but he's been pretty well behaved. What do you think? Anything you want to say to them? No, he's ready for us to start dehydrating so he can have yummy treats tomorrow. Okay, can I tell everybody good night? All right, ready? Oh, he wants more. Okay, good night. Buddy says good night. Okay, we're baking with Buddy today, and he is really enthusiastic. So today we are making pumpkin dog treats. Okay, sit down, Buddy. He is very enthusiastic. Buddy, sit. All right, this is his gig, so I guess he can do whatever he wants. Okay, so our recipe, stop it. You have to behave. Here, he needs a treat. Sit down. Sit. 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 Good boy. Okay, he's just very enthusiastic today. Okay, you have to stay put. Okay, so the ingredients, we're going to double the recipe. The recipe originally called for 1 cup of pumpkin, 1 cup of coconut flour, a tablespoon of honey, half a teaspoon of the Ceylon cinnamon, and an egg. So we're going to alter a couple things. We're going to double it. Okay, so we're using organic pumpkin. And again, it's the unseasoned, like don't get pumpkin pie stuff. It's the regular pumpkin. And you can make it yourself because supposedly the pumpkin that's canned is not really 100% pumpkin. It's like a squash, but it's not really the same as regular pumpkin. So if you can make it yourself, that's probably good. But we're just going with an organic pumpkin, puree with no, like I said, it's not the seasoned kind. Okay, so since we're doubling it, we're going to need 2 cups. So we have 1, we're going to have extra, so we'll use the extra pumpkin, either make another batch or we'll put it in their food. Okay, so there is that's our 2 cups of pumpkin. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 cups. It's supposed to be, like I said, the 1, but we're doubling it. So 2 cups of coconut flour. Buddy, you are really helpful today. Extremely helpful. And we're going to add a couple of different things to it. So we want to make this as healthy as possible. And he's, like I said, incredibly enthusiastic today. Okay, so there's 1 cup of the flour. You don't want to put your face in that. That's not the good stuff. Buddy, get out of there. Get out of there. I'm telling you, I don't know what's with him today. Oh, he's helping himself to the pumpkin. Stop it. Okay, so there's our 2 cups of coconut flour. We have our 2 cups of pumpkin. And then we need 2 tablespoons of honey. We're going to use this organic honey. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons total. So let's see. We've got to put it over here so you can see us doing it. Okay, here is 1 tablespoon. And now I was originally going to do a recipe with peanut butter, but we work with a nutrition. Whoops, that's a lot of extra honey. Well, it'll be honey. Hey, stop it, buddy. You're not being very good. But like I said, I've told you guys before, we work with a nutritionist for Luna because of the illness that she has. And I will include a link to the reason not to use peanut butter, because a lot of people use peanut butter, but there's actually reasons not to. So instead of peanut butter, we're going with honey. Okay, and then we use the Ceylon, I think that's how you pronounce it, cinnamon, which apparently, I didn't even know there were different kinds of cinnamon. We're supposed to use half a teaspoon, so we're going to use 1 teaspoon. But there is an ingredient in regular cinnamon that's actually not good for dogs in large quantities. And this has, hey, where are you going? And this has less of it, so we're going to go with this. So it's going to be the teaspoon, whoops, ooh, again, went a little overboard. Teaspoon of the Ceylon cinnamon. Okay. And then we're going to, now as far as it, making it, it says egg was optional because it sort of binds it. But we're going to add a little more pumpkin because I think Buddy ate some because I put some extra cinnamon. So we're going to go a little extra on the pumpkin. We are going to use quail eggs because Luna, like I said, working with the nutritionist, we found she actually can't do chicken eggs. So we're going to use little quail eggs to help bind the... Buddy, hey, Buddy. I'm telling you, he is worked up today. Stop. Are you going to pay attention? You're supposed to be baking. So we're going to add, let's see, instead of like 1 egg, stop. You know, you are out of control tonight. We're going to do 4, stop it. I guess, well, maybe we'll do 6 little quail eggs to help it bind. Maybe 4. I don't know, because it says eggs optional. So what do you think? Buddy, do you want to do 4 or do you want to do 6? He says do 6. He said the egg is good. He likes these little quail eggs. He doesn't usually eat them. He eats our regular chicken eggs. We have our own chickens, so he eats fresh chicken eggs that we do. Now, here's the stuff. I don't think I used a big enough bowl here. Here's where we're going to add some different things. Stop it. We are going to do this basic recipe. Going to use my... Have you ever used a spurtle? I didn't even know a spurtle was a thing. Buddy, did you know a spurtle was a thing? You didn't either? I didn't either until I started using it for the bread. You want some? Okay. He's helping himself. Oh, here. Eat that off there. Okay, so we are going to do a couple of different ones. We're going to add, I didn't know, Buddy, he now knows, you can add a little bit of parsley and you can add a little bit of fresh mint. Now, if you use parsley, stop it. Oh my goodness. People are going to think you're out of control. You actually are supposed to use curly parsley instead of the flat parsley because there is a thing, let me see, I wrote it down, it's called Faranocomurin, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's in parsley, and it's a higher amount in the flat parsley and a lower amount in the curly parsley, so you wouldn't want to use like a huge amount of parsley anyway, but the curly parsley is better for dogs than the flat parsley, so that's just something new to find out. It has been really an eye-opening experience working with a nutritionist for Luna, and it's helping us, you know, also change how we're feeding the other dogs. So it's kind of, it's, you know, very, very cool what we're learning. Okay, so far we have the, let's see, let me make sure we have the pumpkin, the coconut flour, the honey, and the cinnamon. So we're going to mix this up, and then we're going to chop up some parsley and some fresh mint. So I'm going to make some that have the parsley and some that have the mint in it, and then some are just going to be plain. So Buddy wanted to double this recipe so that we can make this and take some extra to the dogs at the shelter, his pals there. What do you think? He's definitely into helping today. He wants to snack on it. So it's a little bit, my bowl is too small. Buddy, you were right. Buddy told me to pick a bigger bowl, but I had to pick the blue one. And I like, it's a blue, like old blue Pyrex bowl, and I like my Pyrex bowls, but Buddy was right. He said too small of a bowl. This one definitely was on the small side. So it does seem a little bit dry still, but it's not mixing super well, like I said, because I don't have, you know what? Let's try doing it with our hands, Buddy. You want to help? Okay, Buddy's helping. This might be easier to mix, and Buddy said it's okay if I use my hands because he knows I washed my hands, and he says they're clean. So we're going to mix it up. Yeah, this actually might mix up okay. So then we have little cookie cutters. We have 2 different sizes. We have this little dog one, this little bone, and then the tiny little bone. So I think we're going to go mostly with the smaller one, and we will... Stop it. I guess it's like for him, like when we were kids, did you like licking the bowl when you guys made cookies? I guess that's like what this is for him. He wants to lick the bowl. Is it good? What do you think? Is that good? Yeah. He's really excited about this. So, baking with Buddy, huh? And we have 2 helpers right on the floor in case we drop anything. We have Radar and we have Luna down there ready to help. So, what we're going to do, once Buddy and I get this all mixed up, we'll come right back. We'll pause this for a second. Then we'll mix it. We'll get this finished being mixed up. And then we will roll it out and we're going to cut the pieces out and we're going to bake them. And like I said, we're going to chop up our mint and our parsley. I got to do, you know what? Well, no, I'm not going to put it in the small bowl. But yeah, definitely next time I'll listen to Buddy and I will use a bigger bowl because this bowl's way too small. You know, Buddy, I should have listened to you. Yeah, I'm making a mess. All right, Buddy. Tell him we'll be right back. Maybe we'll get a bigger bowl. All right, we'll be right back, and we'll finish up this. Okay, so we got our ingredients mixed together, and now we are trying to roll it out. It is seems a little bit dry, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to add more pumpkin. I've never made this recipe, so stop it. He is out of control. Buddy, hey, he needs like, here's a treat. Sit down. Sit. Goodness gracious, I have to bribe him tonight to be calm. He wants to get up here and eat this. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to try to roll it out. It does seem a little bit dry, but I think that that's okay, because that's one of the good things actually about pumpkin. Apparently, it is a low-calorie, nutrient-dense, and extra hydrated food, so it's good for the dogs. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. We've got it kind of squished down. Let me see how this would look if we make little... Okay, well, how do you get the treat out? All right, that doesn't quite work. It goes in the little cookie cutter. Stop it! Oh my goodness! Like, it cuts it, but I guess you have to get a thing to pop it out of the... Let me see. Pop it out of the top? Let's see. Nope, that's too big. Stop! Oh my goodness. Buddy? Okay. I'm gonna have to find something that fits in here without... Buddy, now stop. Stop. Oh my goodness. Okay, so just stop. Okay, so we're back. We have this rolled out. Feels like it's a little bit dry maybe, but I think that's okay. Now, here are our cookie cutters. I was experimenting before we turned the camera. Sit down. Buddy is wild today. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. And I have a little problem. When I do the cookie cutter, it cuts out really good. But when I try to pop it out, I must be doing something wrong because it breaks. So, we are going to do something different. Buddy, stop it. I think we're just going to make little treat balls. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just, nope, see, they break apart. Okay, our recipe here is, what are we going to do? How are we going to fix this? What do you think? All right, buddy. That's one thing I wasn't thinking about with this recipe. I thought it would hold together better. So I think maybe we will make little bars. We'll make them like squares because it rolls out nicely. I don't quite know. I don't know any other way to do the cookie cutters. I mean, they have big ones, but like I'm not going to make giant. Let's see what happens when we do this. Maybe it's not supposed to. Maybe I didn't roll it out thin enough because maybe it's not supposed to come out. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. This is it, buddy, we're having a disaster today. We're not exactly doing a very good job. Julia Child would not be impressed with our baking here. Nobody would be impressed with our baking. But you know what? It doesn't matter as long as it comes out good. I'm telling you, he must think these are going to just be the best treats ever. So I think, let me try rolling it out a little thinner. Nope, see, then it doesn't roll out good. I don't know if I have too much flour. Not enough flour. I mean, I'm not going to give up on this because obviously it must taste good to him because he's out of control. So the flavors must be good. Yeah, I think I have this too thick. But I could just make it into like a pan, like a square pan, and then just cut it. Maybe I'll just do that. We'll just make little bars. Because I don't think if I do it this way and try to roll it, I don't know if that'll work either. I could roll it and make little balls. Maybe we'll do like little meatballs. But then what we're going to do, we have a second bowl that we saved a little bit for. And that we chopped up our fresh parsley and our fresh mint. So we're going to just try a second bowl. And we're going to mix the herbs in that. And that's going to be a second, just a smaller batch, just to see. I'm telling you, this must be in dog flavors, just an incredible mix of flavors because stop it. He's just not behaving very well. Okay, so we are going to make this into like bars. And then we'll be back. I have to come up with a different way to put them together because like I said, our cookie cutters aren't working out. I'm telling you, this must be like, he just loves it. He's going nuts. Okay, so what we've decided, Buddy and I had a little chat. We got a glass pan. Don't know how this is going to work. Nothing like the good, the bad, and the ugly of baking with Buddy, because I am not the best baker, and Buddy is learning to bake. He was not a baker before. He was mostly into wearing cool clothes, but now he's definitely interested in learning to make some of his own meals and his own treats, and he thinks these smell spectacular. So we're going to press it down, try to make it kind of even. I'm thinking that if we bake it, and when it after it bakes, then we can slice it, and we'll make it kind of like what do you think? Like brownies. Might work, right? Can't hurt. We'll see how it works, and I will actually do a little bit of research to find out what went wrong with our cookie cutters, because those were definitely, I don't know if my ingredients are off or my cookie cutters are not good. What do you think, Buddy? Buddy doesn't know either. He has no idea, but he is super excited about this. Now, we did mix up this bowl, has the herbs, so I'm going to make a second small pan that's going to have that. And it's supposed to, these are supposed to bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 375, right? No, I think it was 350 or 375. I'll check for sure. But we're going to go ahead and bake them. Okay, so we have taken these out of the oven, and I think our ratios are wrong. I think I looked up some other stuff because I was like, these are kind of dry and crumbly. They're not baking the way that I thought they would. We put it in this tray and like made it, it's kind of like brownies. Stop it, you can't have them yet. Hey, look at the savage. He just had one and he really likes it. I wanted to see if he liked it, so we tried it. But anyway, so I think our ratios were wrong. They're a little bit dry and crumbly, but let me just tell you, they must be doggy delicious because he's going berserk for it. So I think the flavor is spectacular. I think we have to work on the ratios, but I think the ingredients we use, now this one I think is even worse. I did a small tray. This one had the herbs in it. I think what this is going to end up being is like crumbles for the top of their food, like a little dessert topping. Like I said, the flavor's great. The ratio's probably off. We're going to work on it. So this is kind of like Baking with Buddy blooper. But like I said, you can see he obviously loves the flavor. We baked him at 350 for about, it said like 10 to 15 minutes, but we did about 20 minutes. And because ours are thicker because I couldn't get it to roll out. So I think what we're going to try, instead of like a 1-to-1 pumpkin flour ratio, we're going to try like 2 pumpkin to 1 flour. I think that's maybe the ratio. I don't know. We're going to have to experiment. We're going to let you know. But the flavor is great. The ingredients are great, right? You like it? You want to try one more for them? Show them. I mean, see, they're okay. We made them in little like blocks. And obviously he loves them. So this is, again, it is pumpkin, coconut flour, honey, and cinnamon, the Ceylon cinnamon. Okay, so we're going to include, I'm going to include a link under this video about why we did not use peanut butter. Because and this has quail eggs in it as well. But a lot of people use peanut butter. And like I said, we work with a nutritionist because of our one dog that is sick. And she suggested we not do the peanut butter. Buddy really wants this. I'm telling you, the flavor must... You know what I'm going to do? Okay, just for fun. No, I'm going to eat it. Because it's all human grade. Can I try it, Buddy? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. It's actually really good. Go figure. No wonder he likes it. No, it's really good. So, we're going to perfect this, and we're going to do another video, but the flavor is great. All right, buddy? That's it? Okay. Come back for more. If you don't follow us right now, like, subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel so you can see us getting this right, because when we get this right, I bet these are going to be unbelievable. I mean, look how much he likes them. And I just ate it, and it's great. So anyway, thanks for watching.
No.
You got money?
No.
Do you have a woman?
No.
Do you have any prospects?
No.
You got anything on the horizon?